Hi everyone. In this short video we'll be looking at Indian corporate law from Bloomsbury Professional, India. We'll take a look at how to browse for information, how to search, and how to use some of the document tools that are provided in the service. In this section we're going to look at how to browse for information using the table of contents over here at the left of the screen. So for example, let's assume we want to look at Chapter 2 of the Director's Handbook. To do so, click on that title in the table of contents, like so. Now we can see a list of all the chapters that are contained in that product. So let's have a look at what's inside Chapter 2 by clicking on the little plus sign there. Now we can decide which heading we wish to go in at, so let's jump straight in at that point. And now we have a document in front of us. We can move through the product by using the next and previous document links that are at the top and bottom of every page. This is much like flipping through the pages in the bound book, except that online what constitutes a page may be somewhat more or somewhat less than a printed page. You can come back the other way using previous document. You can return to the beginning of a book by clicking the title here, or you can return to the home page by clicking the Bloomsbury Professional logo up here. For a lot of users, the search function is the major attraction of an online service because it provides near instantaneous retrieval of any word or words across the entire dataset that you have access to. So any search that's entered in the search box up here at the top right will search across all the content listed over here under Browse My Books. So let's get right into it, choosing meaningful concepts like director duties. So I'll just type those words into the search box up here. Notice how the site tries to predict what you're searching in and gets it right there, director's duties. Fire that search off. The search retrieval is near instantaneous on this site. That's just gone off and looked across several thousand pages of information and instantly come back with the hits for director duties. Just a few brief words about what we're looking at on screen there on the search results page. First of all, we can see here that it's showing the number of search hits in total, in this case 182, and we're looking at the first 10. There are our search terms that we're looking for, director duties. It defaults to showing the search hits sorted by relevance, much like Google. In other words, it is possible to have other search orderings, but we'll take a look at those in a minute or two. On each individual hit, we can see here that it shows the title of the document, the title of the book it comes from, the authors. This is a useful little area here. It shows the keywords in context. In other words, it gives you a little preview of what you're going to get if you follow that search hit and take a look at the full document. And it's kind of helpful as well that we show the book cover. It's just a useful visual cue for each search hit. A particularly useful feature of the site is the ability to search just within a set of search results. This is sometimes known as search in search. What it means is, rather than searching across the entire site, we can just search again, but just within the current set of search results. So we're currently looking for documents that match director and duties. Let's see if we can get a slightly more focused set of results by adding responsibilities in there. So now we're searching for documents which match director duties and responsibilities, and it's taken it down from 180 to a rather more manageable 61. There's a further refinement that's available on a set of search results, and that's to show just the hits from a specific book. So we do that, by selecting the book that we want to narrow the scope to from the books facet over here on the left of the screen. So let's take a look at the hits that are in the Director's Handbook. And now we can see that the first hit shown is Chapter 17, Roles and Responsibilities of a Director. The relevance ranking has worked pretty well there and put what seems like a very appropriate document right at the top of the pile. Just to briefly show what some of the other search sorting options are, this is a useful one. It's book order. In other words, that will show the search hits in the order in which they occur in the book. So we're getting hits from Chapter 8 before hits from Chapter 15 and 17. Another order, which is more occasionally useful, is search by document title, which just simply lists the search results by the in alpha numero title order. But let's put it back to relevance. And now we can go in and take a look at that document on duties of directors. Perhaps the first thing to say when we have a document containing search hits up on screen is that all of those search hits are highlighted, and sometimes that highlighting can make reading the document a little harder. So the good news is we can turn that highlighting off by clicking the button up there. Just makes the document a little bit easier to read, and if we wish to, we can bring the search highlighting back. We can return to the search results by clicking that link there, and if we want to, let's say we just want to see the coverage of responsibilities in the Director's Handbook, we can remove previous search terms just by clicking the X beside that term, and now we've got a different set of results and we can jump back in and look at that document there. So that's the coverage of search. Next up is using some document tools. Okay, so far in this video we've looked at using browse and search. Now we're going to take just a very quick look at some of the other features that are available on the Bloomsbury Professional site. In fact, I'm going to use one of those features right now. It's a little earlier in this video we were looking at a document on director duties that was contained in the Director's Handbook. So now I'm going to use the My Content drop down to return to that document. The My Content and My Searches drop down list all of the documents you've looked at and searches you've performed during the current session. So it's very easy just to return to that document that we were looking at just a moment ago. So let's have a look then at some of the tools that are available here. First one to mention, this icon here is just puts a print friendly view up on screen. So if you want to print off a hard copy, go to the print friendly view. Over here, this is a particularly interesting function that many of our customers value very highly, and this is the ability to email anyone a link to that document that will enable them to view the full text of the document even if they're not a subscriber. So let's just put something in here, and here's that document I mentioned, and I can change the title of it to whatever I want. Let's just keep it at Director's Duties. Now if I send that off, the recipient of that email will receive the message that I added and a link that will enable them to view the full text of this document even if they're not a subscriber to the service. The kind of use case where that might be valuable would be, for example, if you want to share information with a finance director at a client's or someone particularly entrepreneurial with an interest in these matters. It won't be for everyone, but it's an extremely valuable feature to have at your fingertips. Another extremely valuable feature is the ability of the site to export any document to Microsoft Word format. So the Export to Word button is here, and if I now click that link, Microsoft Word will open. Okay, there we are. So the site creates a beautifully formatted version of the online document in Microsoft Word format suitable for editing. Let's just close that now. And a couple of things to mention. If you're using the site in an academic context, you can use this button here to create a citation to that particular document in your choice of citation formats, whether it's MLA or Chicago, and it will export the citation in the format of your choice, like so. Another feature to mention is the ability to create a personalised view of the site, which enables you to save documents and searches. You can, in fact, save documents and even searches directly to your browser bookmarks in the normal way. So in my browser, it's pressing Ctrl and D will create a bookmark to that page. But if I sign in to my personal view here, just by now I can add documents from the site itself directly into my personal view. So using that button there, we can now see that that content shows up in my personal view of the site, and I can save searches there as well. So let's take one of those searches and I'll save that into my personal view. Put a note against it if I wish and save that. Notice how the save icon is shaded when that document or search has already been added to your personal view. So let's just have a quick look there. And there's the search we just added, and there's the document we added a moment ago. So that's it for this quick look at Indian corporate law. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you very much indeed for watching.